If you're not familiar with the comics, how would you define the Hulk, the Incredible Hulk? Maybe a superhero Jekyll and Hyde situation. Bruce Banner messing around with gamma science and then blowing himself up and becoming a giant green rage monster. The stronger he gets, the angrier he gets, the angrier he gets, the stronger he gets. Yappa yappa yappa. But most people define him as like this science-based experiment gone wrong. This push and pull between the Hulk and Bruce Banner. I mean, you get points if you know that there's maybe up to 6 to 11 alters. You've got the LA enforcer Joe Fixit. You got Savage Hulk, which is sort of baseline Hulk. You've got the Green Scar, World Breaker. You've got a bunch of different alters in there. Today, I'll sort of want to talk about that stuff, but I really want to talk about how the Hulk isn't who you think he is. He's an eldritch being, a cosmic horror, Lovecraftian myth, and it is scary. So I want to take 5 issues that really separate the Hulk that we've known in the past versus the Hulk that he's grown to become in canon. The Hulk that we're probably not going to see in the MCU, but the Hulk that is the main depiction of Bruce Banner for the last couple years. The first issue that I want to look at is Al Ewing's Immortal Hulk issue 8. This issue is called His Hideous Heart. So far in the Immortal Hulk, we've had the Hulk come back from death a couple times. And that's not rare for a superhero. I mean, we should all know at this point, Hulk has a level of immortality or a healing factor similar to that of Wolverine or Deadpool, or there's a bunch of healing based characters. And normally this is described as, you know, the molecules heal and repair themselves. You chop off an arm, Deadpool might grow a little baby arm coming out of it, and then baby arm added on, blah, 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 blah. This isn't the way Hulk's immortality works. It's the way it's been depicted in the past, just a great healing factor. This issue really highlights that. It really pulls the Hulk into this horror side of the Marvel Universe. Really, the first indication that we have within the Immortal Hulk is that his healing factor is behaving differently. We start this issue as the Avengers have defeated the Hulk. They've killed him. They know he's going to come back, but they've killed him. And unfortunately, they've had to hand his body over to the government. So his body's with the government has been dissected by some evil doctor. Don't worry, this doctor's going to get his in the end. So his body's been dissected by a doctor. It's sitting in glass jars all around the doctor, and the doctor's taunting him. The doctor's like, oh, you're an idiot, loser. The Hulk's conscious through this. How is the Hulk conscious? He tries to talk, but he has no lungs. And then the doctor comes to a horrific realization. This was all the Hulk's plan. The Hulk wanted this to happen. Because now the doctor's sitting in the middle of a room with pieces of Hulk all around him. All the Hulk does is click his fingers. The glass explodes. And the healing process begins with the doctor smack dab right in the middle. The doctor gets suffocated, killed. And it's a horror scene. It looks like something out of John Carpenter's The Thing. It's disgusting. It's brutal. And this is just a long line of examples within the Al Ewing Immortal Hulk series where transformations look disgusting. Even in this same issue that I'm breaking down for you, later on, there is a transformation that is grisly to look at. And this is just the hint of the horror to come. Just 2 issues later, in issue 10, an issue called Thamuel, we have just left off in the last issue, issue 9, right at the end. We have Crusher Creel, the absorbing man. His powers are he can absorb matter. Touches concrete, he absorbs concrete. So he's decided to absorb Bruce's gamma radiation. This leaves Bruce in a state. What would you expect this to happen? If this was in any other comic issue, the Hulk would probably, lose a bit of gamma, that's fine, that's what we expect. And then Crusher would maybe get bigger, greener, stronger. No. He turns into a twisted, demented creature of nightmare. And that's not even the worst of it. I mean, this thing also defies all logic. This is eldritch in nature. How the hell is this dude alive? Where's his lungs? How's he talking? But he is, and his soul is somewhere more horrific. And all he can say is, I'm sorry. His soul saying, I'm sorry. It's stated that it's somewhere else. He is sorry. As they're fighting, you have a government organization shadow base, and you have Alpha Flight hunting the Hulk. They're trying to subdue the Immortal Hulk. In the chaos, in the distraction that happens, Crusher Creel runs off to the bomb site. What's the bomb site? The bomb site. The bomb site where Bruce Banner got his powers. That's where this has all been by design. And the strongest point of gamma radiation is there. And he opens the green door. This is where we start to get real freaky. The green door is a portal to hell. To the helliest of hell. The most hell. It is a portal down to the one below all. He is the devil. There's multiple levels of hell. There's Mephisto in hell and da-da-da-da-da-da. This is the bottom level. As the one above all was the one that created the Marvel Universe, this is his antithesis. This is the other side to that coin of creation. This is destruction. This is hate. This is rage. And you're introduced to it within issue 10. As soon as Crusher gets to this spot and he opens up the green door, all of our characters that are on ground level are teleported to hell. And Hulk knows this. Hulk knows this because he's been there before. See, something that explains something that we've been seeing so far in the Immortal Hulk runs is when Hulk dies, he's not healing. He goes to hell. He is dead. And he comes back through the green door. All right, so we've been introduced to the green door. This concept that gamma is not just scientific. It mutates. It makes things horrible. It's mystical. It's connected to something eldritch and Lovecraftian in the one below all. And Hulk is its avatar. So where do we go from here? Issue 25. Breaker of Worlds. We have, well, just on the last little tacked onto the tidbit of issue 24, we have a Hulk at the end of time, at the end of existence, and is meeting the sentience of the universe, and he eats it. A little bit of backstory. So we all know Galactus. Galactus is Marvel's Lovecraft guy. He is a devourer of worlds. Humans don't understand him. He's beyond comprehension. We can comprehend him. He's a big guy with a silly hat. But he was the survivor of the last reality before this reality. From memory, it's reality 6 or 7, and we're in reality 8, whatever. Numbers don't matter for this. And that's Galactus's role. He's the last survivor of the last reality, comes into this one, his entropy, but his devouring. He takes all the energy into himself to be birthed into the next universe. In this story, issue 28, we pick up with an alien who is familiar with multiple planets and is familiar with the Hulk, similar to how our universe in the Marvel Universe is familiar with Galactus. And her home planet's about to be eaten. Or its. I don't know if that has a gender. But its home planet is about to, their home planet is about to get eaten by Worldbreaker Hulk. And this Hulk is devastating, destructive in nature, and it goes to the surface of the Hulk to try to communicate, and it sees a well. It sees a deep, dark well of all the suffering, madness-inspiring suffering that the Hulk has given to this new reality. And then the one below all speaks through the Hulk to this alien. It says, "I am the one below all. With these hands I break, with this mouth I howl. I devoured the cells that were here a long time in the past. Now there is I, and only I. I am all powerful, and my weapon is hate. And I have made of this a thing of hate, a hollow shell, a Hulk. The mystery frightens and disgusts me. I will kill it. I will make all hollow as I, dark and dead as I. I will be alone." This is old gods, Cthulhu, whoever else. This is Lovecraftian in nature. This is horrific. This is ancient hate and beyond reasoning. And that's sort of where the Hulk has stayed. I want to skip past the Immortal Hulk series. I want to get into the Donny Cates run. Now, the Donny Cates home run isn't liked. I don't really like it, but there is something of note that I do want to highlight within this run. In Donny Cates Hulk, I want to look at issue 13, Hulk Planet Part 5. In this run, up until this point, we've had a bit of a remission for Hulk's relationship with Bruce Banner. Since the end of the Immortal Hulk run, or at the end of the Immortal Hulk run, the Alters, Joe Fixit, Savage Hulk, Bruce Banner, and Devil Hulk, I think he was involved right at the end there, or maybe he was trapped, whatever. But they close the green door. They defeat the one below all, in a way. They close him off. But they are all working together. The Alters, for once, have a good relationship. At the start of this run, all of that is reversed. Hulk is framed, unbeknownst to him, he thinks it was him, for the murder of a bar or something, it's not important. And so he's reacted by taking the Hulk and separating into 3 parts. 1, the body of the Hulk. 2, the mind of Bruce Banner in control, in the control seat. And the mind of the Hulk is in a torture room where Bruce can change the levels, simulate through magic and technology different villains to fight. And with each level, he gets more and more rage, empowering the body. So Bruce is basically steering him around like a starship. It's an interesting take. I don't think it really hit. But this issue 13. So he has jettisoned himself off into an alternate dimension and he lands on a planet filled with Hulks. On this planet, he is hailed as a god. People love Hulk. And we get introduced to a new altar, a destructive altar, an omniversal altar. And this altar is called the Titan. Now, they don't really explain too much into the Titan, if he's always been there, if he's just emerged now. It's basically Donny Cates going like, bigger, stronger Hulk, which sometimes works. Green Scar, Worldbreaker.
Yes.
Sometimes doesn't. Titan.
No.
But there is something interesting about it. It's the ramifications of what happened in the Immortal Hulk. And it's why it's exciting to me. Is this Hulk, towards the end of this issue, pulls Doctor Strange and Samson, who's, the Hulk's therapist, through a dimensional portal, just with power alone. So this is an omniversal level Hulk. Another thing, just at the brute power of this thing, we know now the nature of gamma energy in the Marvel Universe. Gamma is energy from hell. It is formative, is primordial, and it gets sent to us through the green door. And Hulks and gamma radiated people have access to that. In this issue, we see Titan stripping the gamma out of this planet full of Hulks. He has almost more gamma in him than he's ever had in his life. He is working his way closer and closer to the one below all. And I think that's interesting that showed up in the run directly after Immortal Hulk, is that this is now part of his canon. This is now a through line. Hulk will always be pulled towards becoming an omniversal threat. Okay, that's not great. I didn't really like that run. Not many people did. Let's move to something that is amazing. Philip Kennedy Johnson's The Incredible Hulk. Now, I don't want to touch on this too much because it just ended. And anyone who hasn't read it needs to go read it after this video. I've given you enough. You know about the green door, you know about the one below all, you know about the altars, da-da-da-da-da. Please pick up The Incredible Hulk, the new Incredible Hulk volumes. It's just finished and we're moving on into Infernal Hulk, which I have great expectations for. But there's a reason I didn't want to. If I was to do this list of 5 issues, it might have been 2 issues from the Immortal Hulk just to get you introduced to the idea. And then I could have easily done 3 issues on the Incredible Hulk. But I'm just going to cover the first issue, The Mother of Horrors. Now, this is separating Bruce as a man of science completely. So after everything in the Donny Cates run, Hulk and Bruce Banner are not on great terms. Hulk seems to have matured from his childlike Savage Hulk sort of ego. It's his other egos that have intelligence. He's matured almost into like teen years, I feel like. And he is obviously very pissed at Bruce Banner for everything that happened with Starship Hulk. So were the fans. In this, we have the Hulk coming out at nighttime. Similar thing was happening in the Immortal Hulk for a large part of the run. This is a relapse. Bruce has always been a mental health metaphor. Something interesting that this run gets into that I will explore is it's almost like this southern horror trope. Something bad has happened in this small town, which is a great horror trope. But I don't want you to forget that the underlying current under all of this is still eldritch in nature. It's old god. It's beyond human understanding, comprehension, it's hitting all those notes still. Because within this issue, we're very quickly introduced to the mother of horrors. Now that the green door has been shut off and the one blowwall can't hold her off, the mother of horrors has awakened with access to planet Earth. The mother of horrors is a being without a creator, existing before the one above all and the one below all. It's been held off, and it is truly horrific. Now, it has children. One of the main antagonists to this series is the eldest. The eldest is the eldest daughter of the mother of horrors. And you have, now that the mother of horrors has access to planet Earth again, her hunting down flesh, specifically the Hulk. We also get the coolest nickname for the Hulk that I think I've ever heard in this series. The mother of horrors and the eldest refer to the Hulk as the fractured son. I don't know why, that gives me Son Goku vibes. It's just sick, and if anyone's fractured in the mind, it is definitely Bruce Banner and the Hulk. The eldest is generating the earth into the mother of horror's vision. She's stretching flesh over bone, creating warped creatures, and she calls out to all the monsters on Earth to hunt down the fractured son, to hunt down the Hulk. Some of these creatures include the moloids, the creatures that follow Mole Man around. We've got a Ghost Rider, we've got Man-Thing. Some of the most iconic parts of the more satanic, eldritch, primordial horrors of the Marvel Universe. This is Hulk, the Avenger, a man of science, and his canon has almost completely changed into the king of monsters.
Mind if I get excited real quick? Have you ever seen a grown man smile? Now you have. Anytime I show emotion, it disturbs a lot of you.
And something that's also been left over that I really enjoy from the canon is it's not just a man gaining muscle mass and getting bigger and smaller and a bit worn out. In this series, we still have his brutal, disgusting transformation, stuff that defies logic. 2 faces, 4 arms. This is a warping of flesh and bone and matter into the Hulk to Bruce Banner and vice versa. Something that started in the Immortal Hulk run. You have some grisly depictions of these transformations, and we still have that, and I hope that is a part of the Hulk mythos continuing on. See, the Hulk began as man's mistake, an accident of scientists, a punishment for trying to play God. The Immortal Hulk series by Ewing introduced us to a place where God and the devil are the same thing, where Gamma is the language of hell, and where the Hulk isn't the monster under the bed, he is the bed, the floorboards, the entire house collapsing in on itself. Cates didn't add much to the idea other than the fact that every story after this seems drawn towards making the Hulk an omniversal threat. And lastly, Johnson made this idea prophecy. If the Immortal Hulk is the apocalypse, the Incredible Hulk is what crawls out after it. The last god in a world of dying faiths, the last monster in a world overrun by them.